Hey everybody, welcome back to Two Comic Book Dudes. It's Monday, so it's just another Zenescope Monday, and this is our sixth one. Of course, it's the sixth video, but I've been doing this as a review article or whatever since April of 2014, so April of last year. It's a long time to read the same company's books, read every single book, and try to remember all the good stuff. But anyway. So I'm Aaron Clutter, editor-in-chief of Comic Booked, and over here next door, over here.
Hey, I'm Justin. I didn't know what you were going to say. I'm a managing editor over at Comic Book. If you can't tell where we're from with all the nice pictures around us.
Yeah, we got to get better at those cues. I'll have to hold a little picture up that says, it's your turn. You know.
Arrow.
Yeah, that's right. So anyway, we are Two Comic Book Dudes. We get together a couple times a week, and we do reviews of different companies' books. So this week, it's all the Zenescope stuff coming out on Wednesday, June the 17th. So Everything that's coming out, there's 2 books this week. We're going to go through them, and we won't spoil them, but we'll tell you the basics of it, whether they're good, whether they're bad. So far, there's not. I really can't even count on one hand how many Zenescope books that I've read that were not good, that I wouldn't recommend somebody picking up. The stories are solid. The characters are good. The writing is always good. So good company overall, I really think.
Yep. I would agree. I've enjoyed, since I've started reading their stuff, I've enjoyed it.
So this week, it's just another Zenescope Monday. You see down there at the bottom, if you can tear your eyes away long enough, hashtag JAZM, that's our hashtag out on Twitter. The more we use that, the more we take it away from somebody else who's trying to use it. So anyway.
How dare they? How dare they?
I mean, I just don't understand that just another Zenescope Monday should be a thing all over.
Right.
So this week we're talking about 2 books. One of those is Red Riding Hood 10th Anniversary Special. So I thought Red Riding Hood wraparound cover was fitting.
Yep.
So it's so they're doing 10th Anniversary Special one-shots for all the books. Was it last week we did the Snow White, or a week before?
I think it was last week. Yeah.
Okay. So Snow White last week, Red Riding Hood this week, and then we have Grimm Fairy Tales number 111, which is still not explaining, the in-between stuff, because we're waiting for Realm War, which is next week. So we'll have number 10 next week, right? And that'll give us some more of that story to know, what happened in the 1 year that we're missing in the series here, because between 100 and 101, they inserted a year. So we lost all that time. But I'll talk about Red Riding Hood, and then Justin, you can talk about Grimm Fairy Tales. Is that all right? Or you want to do the other way around?
It doesn't matter. Go ahead.
Okay. I'll talk about both of them in the end because, I talk too much. So.
Well, not that. I mean, you're going to have to talk about Grimm Fairy Tales also, because that one's a little bit more in depth.
Well, why don't you start us off with Red Riding Hood then?
Okay. Well, Red Riding Hood, I'm not sure what it is. She doesn't actually, she's never had her own series, has she? Not recently.
She had Agent Red, which was a while ago. But yeah, Brittany Waters was part of HeboCorp, so that was... she had Agent Red, which was a miniseries, and I don't know if there was another one. I'm not sure. Okay. Not since I've been reading them all. So,
well, right now she's basically a bounty hunter, right?
Right.
Or anything. She'll, for a price, go after whatever you need her to go get.
And a licensed psychiatrist.
Ah, yes. Multi-talented. As well as, being a werewolf, I guess. But so this book kind of starts out with her chasing someone who, is jump bail. And this person turns out to be more than human also. Won't really go into what he is, but they make a very poignant movie reference to what he looks like.
I thought that was kind of funny. And I thought the mime thing was hilarious at the beginning, too.
Oh, yeah. Not supposed to say anything.
That's right. It's kind of like Marcel Marceau in the silent movie, Mel Brooks silent movie. It's like the only person in the whole movie that speaks is Marcel Marceau, the famous mime.
Yeah.
Very funny.
So, but as she's chasing this bell jumper, she runs into Reek. Right, that's his name.
Yeah, Rick,
He
but he
Reek.
calls himself Reek because he's Russian.
Gotcha. And
Yep.
he is the master of the hunt. So he's also like this super bounty hunter guy, but he mainly just chases monsters. That's his whole purpose, is to like kill monsters
Yep.
and fictional characters of any sort, or mythical characters, whatever you want to call them. But we're just kind of, I don't know how much further we want to go into it. She basically, I mean, you can tell that she may have a little thing for the Russian here too. Like just his
Yeah,
arrogance and everything kind of gets her blood boiling.
yeah, for sure. Well, I think there's something there. I mean, she wants more for her life. She kind of has that whole kind of crisis of, hey, I used to do this with Hebo Corp, and I know they were bad, but at least I was doing this great stuff, or so I thought. And
Right.
now I'm chasing down bail jumpers. It's like, this just seems like, oh, how the mighty have fallen, she says. So it's interesting. It's her kind of exploring her life and looking to do something different. So Rick, the master of the hunt, offers her an opportunity to hunt down a werewolf who actually seems to be doing good in Hollywood. Not doing well, doing good, because he's already killed 3 of the Kardashians. Although I think they were like the Cardassians or something, or the Cortesians or something, but making fun of the Kardashians, which is
right.
Up
in the hills.
There's some great puns in there, really, really funny stuff, allusions to different things of pop culture. Jeff Massey does a great job with that.
Oh yeah.
The artwork is really cool. I can see some digital overlays if it's not all digital. But you can see that with like the guy's shirt in the beginning, but still very quality, very good.
Maybe
definitely. Yeah, with the shininess. Definitely fits in with the whole of Zenescope and what I'd expect for quality from their books. So this is a fun read. It's a good story.
Yep.
Is it something that if you don't read it, you'll miss out? I can't say that it is. It's something that I would definitely pick up just because it's fun. And the jokes are pretty regular through there. Very, very good stuff.
Oh yeah. Definitely an easy jumping on point. If you've never read any of the Red Riding Hood books or anything like that, you could pick this book up and not really miss out on anything, and be able to keep up with what's going on in this issue.
Yep.
I really enjoyed it. So.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. So yeah, definitely one to pick up. Grimm Fairy Tales is coming to the end of an arc. This is not the last issue. I think next issue is the last issue of this current story arc. But we have a lot happening in this issue. We've led up to this. Last issue, Violet Violet was taken over by the spirit of the Hatter, which she carries inside of herself, and she's kind of lost her battle there. So the
Right.
Hatter, Mad Hatter, controls her now, and basically trying to unlock this power hidden underneath Arcane Acres, the power of the Convergence, which is much more powerful and much more interesting than what might have happened in one of the big publishers this summer of the same name. So this may actually have more of an impact on the universe than that whole series had on that publisher. Anyway,
More staying power.
That's right. So in this, we've got the Hatter lashing out with the knives, not killing everybody, but attacking everybody.
Yep.
Wolf and Ali are going down the well. So they've been beat up and they're drowning. And it's really cool because, and we'll stop at this, but about halfway through, Ali's power starts to come to the forefront, and he has the ability to summon the dead, which is kind of cool. So even Sela and Shang and all them are talking about Ali's powers, and Sela's flashing back to some stuff she was talking about with Druana, who helped her, establish Arcane Acres in the first place.
Right.
And the fact that Ali doesn't realize the extent of his powers. So I think we'll explore more of that as we go through this series, but it's really interesting. Haley has kind of the crisis as she battles the Hatter. Sky as well, trying to hold her own against this evil presence, this evil creature. And we don't really know what the Convergence is. In fact, even the Hatter explains he doesn't know what the Convergence is. He just says, "Doesn't it feel great?" So
Right.
it's a massive source of power, and you got to think, here's a massive source of power, and all of a sudden the shields on Arcane Acres are being brought down too. So somebody else is going to notice, and somebody else does notice, in the form of our favorite Dark One, Malik, who is going to call the hordes together, Dark Horde, and come find out what this big source of power is, especially after he finds out who's been hiding it. He's definitely got it in for Sela and all those folks. So could lead to big battles to come. Definitely sets us up for a new storyline. It's really good, and Pat Shan does a great job.
Yep.
I always like his writing. So
yeah, there was so much packed into this issue. I thought there was so much story and there was so much action. There's constantly moving around and jumping around in the story. Following each character going through. I thought that was really good. I really enjoyed the art too. I thought it was really nicely done. The Violet, just all the imagery she has with, going through, like you said, there's one point where she gets punched and it's like the Mad Hatters get thrown out of her for a second, but they're really not. So
they're still laughing. They're
right.
So yeah, I thought the one line, you've reached Violet, her answering machine, leave a message after the hee 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 ho ho. That's pretty funny. But it's definitely a good continuation of this, their longest ongoing series. So Grimm Fairy Tales is still heating up, still a good book. Definitely worth picking up. So that's it for this week. Red Riding Hood one shot, 10th anniversary special. You pick that up, and Grimm Fairy Tales number 111. Some big stuff happens at the end of this issue. We're not going to spoil it, but you definitely want to read this, and then come back next week come back next issue for the conclusion of this storyline. Next week we will review Realm Wars number 10 and something
Little
else.
Mermaid.
Oh yeah, the finale of Little Mermaid number 5. So that's going to be a good one.
I can't believe I'm excited for a Little Mermaid book. It's so good, though.
It is. It really has been a great book. So still waiting for the folks at Zenescope to get back to me. We asked for a few things to be able to give away to everybody. So if you guys keep watching, sharing, we appreciate that. Definitely subscribe to our channel. We've always got new stuff up here and at comicbook.com. In fact, we're starting to run into, our goal there is to get 5 articles up a day. We're starting to run into the problem where we have more articles every day than we have space to publish them. So that's actually a good thing.
Yep.
We're up to about 18 solid writers, which is awesome. We're definitely growing. So keep an eye out. You never know what may happen. Look for more videos here. And we hope you enjoyed this. And we'll come back for the next episode.
Yep.
Okay.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for watching, everybody.
See ya.